Hello friends. For those of you who are new here, my name is Maryann. I'm a homeschool mom of 2 kids, and we have a small homestead in Nova Scotia, Canada. I'm also a full-time homemaker, and today in this video I'm bringing you along for a day in the life for us as a family and what is normal for us. Right now I am just doing some cleanup in our mudroom. This is the room that probably gives me the most stress because it definitely gets the messiest. So it's early morning right now. We haven't yet started our school day, but I always like to do some tidy up first thing just so that my head feels clear. And I don't know, I can't really go about my day if there's a whole bunch of clutter. So I'm just getting this mudroom tidied up. As you can see, my hair is still wet. I had just gotten out of the shower, and I kind of laugh. I'm in the stage of life now where, you know how people will say, you know, barefoot and pregnant? Well, I'm past that stage. I'm now wet hair and slippers. That's where I'm at in life right now, and I'm very okay with that. So I'm bringing you along for the day. I just want this video to give you a little bit of encouragement and inspiration. If you're a homemaker like myself, or a homeschool mom, or a combination of the two, then I just want you to feel like you're not alone. You know, we live separate lives, we do different things, our families are different, but at the same time, we're so much the same. You know, we all have the same basic human needs and feelings and desires, and we're all just doing the best that we can. And I want you to know that I understand where you are and that not every day is wonderful. Some days are really, really hard. And I want you to know that I understand that. So the purpose of my channel here is to just connect and relate with other moms out there, and just again remind you that you're not alone. And if you ever need a prayer or anything like that, feel free to comment or send me a message, and I would be happy to pray for you. One big part of my routine every morning is cleaning off my kitchen counters. It just feels so good to have a fresh slate for all the food preparation that I do that day. And another part of my routine that I do every morning is I make my husband's coffee for him. This mug I made for him, well, I painted it for him back in 2010. And you know, making him his coffee is not something that he expects of me, but it's so easy. I mean, we have a Keurig. It's like a push of a button. And to me, it's just a little expression of love. He is not a morning person, so for him to wake up and have his coffee ready, that's just something that I like to do for him each and every day. And now I am wiping down the table. This is where we do our homeschool. This is our kitchen table. And I just love how much sunlight pours in from that big window, and then the sunroom there. It makes it so cheery. So I like to get everything cleaned up, and I also have to water my seedlings. So this is my little makeshift greenhouse in my sunroom. It's still very cold, so they have time to grow. It's not ready to plant them outside yet. But I grow pretty basic stuff here, nothing too fancy. But I love the garden. It's definitely my happy place. And so now I'm just getting everything straightened up in the sunroom. This is where we keep our school supplies. So we're in and out of here a lot during the day. And I just like to have everything ready to go. There's something, I don't know, maybe it's just how my brain works. I function better, I'm more productive when things are in order. So every morning before school, before I get the kids breakfast, I just like to get things straightened up. Bennett's making my coffee for me this morning. He likes to do that for me. And what is it, Bennett, that you say goes into the coffee when you make it?
So the magic pours into the coffee grain, which is that.
Yeah.
It pours into the cup. It grinds up. And then the magic and the love combination mixes together to make it the perfect cup of coffee, and that's the recipe.
It's a great recipe.
Of my recipe.
Well, it's a great recipe. Thank you.
And the last thing is, once it does this mode, all of it goes in.
All the love goes in?
Yes.
That's the major love mode?
Major love and magic.
Ah, thanks, buddy. You take it to the table. Go nice and slow. Thank you. I appreciate that. All right, so I'm going to set our schedule for the day. This is how we typically do things. So Bennett said it yesterday. I'm going to move some of these around. I like to do breakfast Bible, prayer gratitude, and then the kids like to do their morning journals first thing. We actually didn't do these yesterday, so we're going to do those today. Then
Can we do 2 things of that?
we'll get our math done. And then we'll have break. And then I think we're going to do read aloud, where I'm going to read some more of our book that I got from the library.
Which is called the Christmasaurus.
The Christmasaurus. So I'm not sure about language arts. I'm not sure what we're going to do for that day. But we're going to see what time it is once we get to this. That might be all we do today. I'm a little tired, so we'll see how it goes. Actually, our unit study, which is not earth science. We started the year with earth science, but now we're doing marine biology. I'm going to stick that there. I don't know if we're going to get to it today or not. We're going to see how we feel, but I think I'm going to stick it there for now. And then if we have the energy and the desire, we'll do a marine biology unit today. The kids are having their breakfast. I'm going to make my breakfast now as well. It's a beautiful sunny day. Gorgeous sunny day outside, but it's cold. It's really, really cold.
The wind chill is really cold.
Yeah, the wind chill.
The wind would be okay.
Yeah. It's supposed to warm up a little bit this afternoon, but only like to 5 degrees or so. We're in that up and down time. We live in Nova Scotia, Canada, so it's April. And I know some parts of the world it's really warm this time of year. It is not. I mean, we have days here where it is. Yesterday was beautiful. But then today I had my winter coat on again when I was outside this morning. So it's very up and down. And it's sunny, so the house gets nice and warm, but the air is cold. Okay, I'm going to make my breakfast, and then we're going to get started on the homeschool day. Hey, I'm going to read now, okay? Rebecca picked this one, so Pretty in Pink. Think about the things that are good and worthy of praise. Think about the things that are true and honorable and right and pure and beautiful and respected. That's Philippians 4:8.
Jack looked in his notebook and read aloud. 4 gifts you'll need, the first from me, then a cup, a compass, and finally a key. The first gift is the Christmas Knight's cloak, said Annie. Yeah, because the Christmas Knight gave them their cloak. Okay.
All right, so the kids are going to do their morning, well, Bennett doesn't want to do morning journals today, so he's just coloring. Rebecca's doing her morning journal, and then we're going to get into math. Anyway, so we're going to get through our school day, and I don't know if we're going to get all the way to marine biology or not. It's already 10:15. I'd say probably not, but we'll see how it goes. We'll see.
Look, Mom.
Oh, good job, buddy. Okay.
The orange is really easy to erase.
All right, so we're going to do math now. Rebecca is working on hers. She has a quiz today in her math. And Bennett, guess what your day is today, your math day? It's a practice game day. So do you know what a practice game day is?
No.
Meaning that all of your math today is a bunch of math games. And then you get to do, at the end, you have one of your shape Sudokus that you get to do. Okay, you excited? All right, so Bennett's completing his tens and ones place that he has to do for every lesson. So it's lesson 62, and he's got 6 tens sticks all colored in and ready, and he just is about to fill in the second on the ones stick for the 2 in the number 62. So he does that every lesson, and I'm just getting everything ready. So each lesson here with the good and the beautiful, it shows us what we need out of the math activity box. So it's telling me I need the numbered game cards, the game mats, and then some dry erase stuff. So I just use this bin. This didn't come with it. I just grabbed this bin at Staples. But I just put all of his math activity box items in here. So I'm going to get everything out and ready, and we're going to get started. So what you're going to do, this is called Number I Spy. So here's what you're going to do. You ready to listen? Okay. I'm going to give you some clues about the number you have to find. Let's just say the number was 7, okay? And I'm not going to start with that one, but let's just say the number was 7. I could say something like, I spy with my little eye a number that is equal to 3 plus 4, or 14 minus 7, or 10 minus 3. Because you see how all of those would equal 7? And then you have to figure out in your head what I'm asking, and then you have to find the number on the table. Okay? Okay, so you ready? Okay, come here. You ready?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, let's start. I spy with my little eye a number that is equal to 4 minus 3, 6 minus 5, 0 plus 1. That's right, it's the number 1. Good job. And once you find it, you can just give it to me and I'll hold it, okay? Okay, next one. 2 plus 3, 3 plus 2, 10 take away 5, or 4 plus 1. What is it? Do you see it? That's right, the number 5. Good job. Okay. All right, what's it going to be, Bennett? I spy with my little eye a number that is equal to 10 plus 7. What is it? 17. Yes. All right, and then 19 remains. What could be an equation that equals 19?
10 equals 9.
10 equals 9?
10 equals 9. 10 plus 9.
10 plus 9 equals?
9.
Wonderful. Good job. You're all done.
All right, so we finished our school morning and we did not get to our marine biology unit, but that's okay. We can do that another day. I look at things like, marine biology as an optional thing. It's not necessary. You don't have to know marine biology to be successful in life. So I don't push it. If we're not feeling it, we just wait till the next day. And I just love this moment here. I'm making the kids lunch and Rebecca walks in the kitchen and she comes up to me and she says, "Mommy, we didn't get our good morning hug." And we always say that's a tragedy. We have to have a hug. And so I just think no matter how old your kids are, hug them. Hug them so tight and hug them until they let go. There's something about that. Don't be the first one to let go. Let them start to let go first and just keep them in your arms until they're ready to go because, it's just so precious. I really love that moment. Anyway, I'm making the kids what we call fancy plates. And this is just where I put a whole bunch of things on one plate. It's easy, it's quick, it's healthy, and it's pretty much what the kids eat every single day for lunch. It started, my dad did it when I was a kid. That's what he would make for my sister and I all the time. And so we have carried that tradition into our children. And yeah, it's definitely a favorite. And my son, he requests it every single day. So while I finish making lunch here, I just want to thank you for being with us. And if you haven't already, click subscribe. It really does help out my channel. We're all about homeschooling and homemaking here. So if you enjoy that type of content, then you're in the right place. And now it's time for me to get some things done around the house. So this laundry was sitting there for probably, 2 days. Most of it was folded. Some of it had to be folded and just put away. So right now I'm just taking it down to my room and with the intent to deal with it later, which I do. I do. You'll see that in the video later. But I'm just getting some things tidied up. I like to clean up the living room. Again, I try to stay on top of things. As a homemaker, it can be easy to let things pile up and then feel overwhelmed by a massive mess. So my method is every single day, I'm not doing deep cleans every day by any means, but just doing the little things. If, right now the living room needs to be straightened up, fix the pillows, fix the couch, vacuum the floor, those sorts of things. I just do stuff like that every single day. And I find that, my house is certainly never, ever perfect. But for the most part, it doesn't get out of control. And so that's my method. I like to tackle the little jobs as they arise. And that's what I'm doing here today. Okay, gonna go outside? Let's go outside. Oh, it's cold out there, isn't it, Angel? Cold. You're such a good girl. You're so good. Okay, the kids are having their lunch. I just did some tidy up and I took Angel outside. So now is around the time of day that I start thinking about supper. And we had chicken last night. So I think we'll have beef tonight. So I'm just gonna take some beef out of the freezer here. I gotta cut it. But usually around lunchtime, I'll just get whatever meat I'm using into the sink to thaw, and then that way it's ready for supper. Okay, time for my lunch. This is my favorite thing to have for lunch. And in fact, sometimes I have it for breakfast. It just really depends on the day. It's just, peppers, onions, eggs scrambled together. But it is just so delicious. I love it. Of course, we have our own chickens, so we have an endless supply of fresh eggs, and they are so good. So yeah, this is my favorite thing. Plus, I have half a piece of brown bread from our local bakery. It's so yummy. I look forward to this. Whenever I make this meal, I look forward to it. I love food. What can I say? But I mean, really, who doesn't love food? And one thing that I will say, if you're a homemaker, I know it's easy to sort of ignore your own health. I have been there more times than I'd like to admit, but take care of yourself. Make yourself a healthy meal, drink lots of water. Your family needs you healthy. Okay, this is seriously one of my favorite meals. I absolutely love it. So I'm gonna sit here, I'm gonna have my lunch, and then I have a little bit of work to do on my blog, which I will link that in the description below. You can check that out. I do a lot of homeschool content on there. I do some homemaking things as well, a little bit of chicken stuff, but it's mainly homeschool related content. So I will link that in the description. I'm gonna have my lunch, I'm gonna work on my blog, and then I'm probably gonna have to put away all of that laundry that I took into our bedroom. I don't really want to, but it has to be done. Okay, well, I just spent way too much time working on my blog. I was trying to get something done, and when you're just so close, you don't want to put it down. So I got it done. I got my post published, so that's done. So now I still have to put away all of this laundry, which I really don't want to do. However, I will get it done because it has to be done. And sometimes when you are a homemaker, you just have to get the job done whether you feel like it or not. So that's what I'm going to do. I really don't want to do it. However, I know it'll feel good once it's done. I would say putting laundry away is my absolute least favorite thing to do in the home. Like I would rather clean a toilet before putting laundry away. So, oh well, such is life. I will do it and I'll stop whining about it. So once I'm done that, once I get the laundry put away, then I'm going to cook supper, and I'm going to bring you along with me for that. My cooking time is very much my me time. I love it. I put a podcast on and I just kind of zone out while I cook. So that'll be the next step for me after I fold the laundry, and that'll probably be it for the day. Okay, so it's time for supper, and I have ground beef thawing in the sink. We've got some leftover rice in the fridge from last night. So I think what I'm going to do actually is just cook up the ground beef and some mixed frozen veggies with some seasoning and make like a stir fry, and then use up the leftover rice from last night. So I think that's what I'll do. Stir fry with leftover rice, beef, veggies. Let's do it. Well, before I start cooking, there's my meat thawing. I got to take care of these dishes because I can't start cooking when there's a mess. So I'm going to wash these up. We have a dishwasher. It's right there. But I haven't used it in a few months. I just prefer washing them. I find it's quicker and easier. So I'm just going to take 2 or 3 minutes. I'll get these taken care of, those washed up, and then I will start cooking that. I just want to say a few things about being a mom, being a homemaker, and, in my case, and I'm sure many of you, a homeschool mom as well. There's a lot that we do in the run of a day, and it can be really busy and it can be really tiring. But I want you to, take a few minutes and just reflect on the work that you're doing inside of your home. And I want you to realize how important it is. The little mundane things, cleaning a living room and taking the dog out and making supper. I think they're not anything, nothing that I've done here in this video is anything extra special. But it is special because I'm doing it all for my family and for the Lord. I try to do everything with a joyful attitude. I am so thankful to be able to be home with my kids and homeschool them. This world is kind of a crazy place, and I am just so thankful to be able to live the life that we are living. And yes, we have made sacrifices to get here. In fact, I share a little bit about that in one of my other videos. I can link that down below. But we have made choices, deliberate choices to live this lifestyle. But I am so thankful that we have done so. It really is a blessing and a privilege to be able to take care of your home and your family. And that's why I called this channel Simply Home and Family, because to me, those two things are the most important. Above all else, above all material things, second to God, of course, but nothing else is more important than your family and your home and showing love and just giving of yourself every single day. So if that's you, which it probably is if you're watching this video, and if you're still here in this video, that's probably you. And I just want to say, good job. Be proud of yourself. Oh, side note, this savory seasoning I just showed you, the savory liquid seasoning by Bragg's, it is amazing. So side note on that. But yeah, if that is you, just be proud of yourself and love yourself. Make sure you're taking care of yourself. Eat well and get some exercise in. Just take care of yourself. But you are so, so important, so valuable, and don't ever forget it. All right, well, that's it for me today. I'm just letting that simmer on low so the rice can heat up a little bit, and then we're going to have supper. The kids are outside playing. They're somewhere. It actually did warm up a little bit. Bennett came in crying a minute ago because he fell and he kind of scuffed up his hands, but he's okay. Anyway, they're outside. I'm going to call them in. We're going to have supper, and then I'm just going to enjoy a relaxing evening. So thank you so much for being here with me today. I really appreciate you spending time with me. If this is the type of video that you're into, if it gives you motivation and inspiration for your own homemaking life, and maybe you're a homeschool mom as well, then please click subscribe. It definitely helps out my channel, so I would really appreciate that. So click subscribe if you haven't, and I'll see you in the next video. Thanks so much. Bye.